There we go. He's a Gambesia. A word I didn't even know before I arrived here, and now we've been so successful imitating these. And the fish are taking these, they basically porpoise out of the water, and they're very, very aggressive. So my trout line is a bit dirty, and I'm going to clean my trout line now with this Amarol. I'm going to obviously try and wipe as much of it off as I possibly can, but the aim is to use this wet wipe, clean it with a wet wipe, and then put a little bit of Amarol on it. Right, so first just running down the trout line with a wet wipe. Never actually cleaned a trout line before. This is the first. But yeah, that was what was on my trout line. And now a very, very fine layer of Amarol. Just going to put a... Oh, so much for that. Obviously I'm quite excited this morning. Alright, so I put the trout line through, and then I'll come back a third time and clean it all off. Alright, there's the Amarol up to the end of the trout line. Perfect. Okay, getting near the end of the trout line now. Okay, so that's, yep, so that's, I've wiped it off. I think I'll go and wipe it again. Right, I'm really trying to get as much off as I can. There we go, right to the end. Yep, there we go. So I reckon that's fine. One trout line clean. This is the Amarol fly cleaning gang. It'll be interesting to see if Greg and Steve and Rob head the leaderboard today with their slick casting line.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
All the time.
So Chris has bought a treasure for us to look at here. What is this?
So this is an original salmon wallet, a Farlow salmon wallet, and inside there's a Tasmanian license from 1884.
1884.
Yeah. So
how did you get hold of this?
So this is from my mother-in-law's friend. So yeah. So the manifolds. So the manifolds from Parrambeet.
Wow.
So inside is the.
What's she thought you
original.
could be a custodian of it?
Yeah.
Oh, look
So
at those salmon flies.
Beautiful salmon flies, original salmon flies from Farlow's.
Makes you realise how much simpler a lot of our tying is today. You know,
now I'm dropping.
People don't spend the time to tie flies like that anymore.
Yeah, and there's an original license as well from New Zealand. So yeah, it's incredible. I think it's this one. Is it that one? Yeah, Canterbury. Yeah. So
Canterbury acclimatisation,
1888 to
not transferable. 1888 to 1889.
Yeah.
They're just little works of art.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's sad to think that we'll have nothing like that to pass down. We'll just have an electronic fingerprint or something.
Farlow's 191 The Strand, London.
Have you been there?
I have been there, yeah. Actually, I have a split cane rod that I bought there from Farlow's of Pall Mall. Oh, thanks
Beautiful.
for sharing.
No
Chris.
worries.
This is so beautiful. Wow.
And the conditions on the back.
So, this is Carl. He's the lead guide here at Millbrook.
Hey, mate.
And is a shoulder pack guy. Now, talk to me through how you ended up with the shoulder pack.
Oh, well, I've tried everything.
Okay.
I've tried vests, backpacks, the lot. And then personally, when I fish, I've got 100 fly boxes, so I don't like to be hunched over. So I went to this plus salt water, and it's waterproof, so I can float across the river or something.
The Thunder Pond submersible by Fish Pond.
That's it.
And and I can see your zip is still waterproof. That's a great testament to the quality of the zips that fish pond use on these.
Very much so. So they come with 2 packs of lubricant too, so you can do that. But I also use something like a wax-based floatant, Hayete paste by Loon or something. I'll rub that on there every now and then, but it doesn't need if you look after it.
Yep.
And as you can see, you can get a divider for it. I haven't done that, but as you can see, it's a bit of a mess. So when you're in a rush.
Yes.
But most people don't carry that many fly boxes, do they? You know?
So I see you've got a CNF Designs box,
Yep.
and I see you've got some filling mill boxes there.
That's it. So I do like them. And
These are nice, these ones.
Because they're thin, so I can fill them up and fit them.
Yes.
Fit a lot of boxes in there, as you can see. Like.
And what are those? I see a streamer box and a dryers.
2 streamers, unweighted streamers, probably, if I had time to clean them out.
Yes.
Beaded.
Yes.
Beaded wets. A type of midge box, which is messy. So there's some.
I've never seen a midge box like that. That is incredible.
It's more of a milli midge box.
Yes.
Then there's another.
What does milli midge mean?
So a milli midge is a fly that Philip Weigel invented, if you will. Started tying it. Something like, that's one of mine to copy it.
Yes.
It's just a midge pupa, one that sort of sits in the surface film.
Yeah. But what's different about it from a normal midge?
It's not as heavy. So these are sort of glass buzzers.
Yeah, the
buzzers, if you will.
Yeah.
So they sink quicker. So I like to fish these during the day.
Yeah.
Under an indicator or figure eighted, but in the evening it's more of the milli midge.
There may be a little bit more movement, hey?
Yeah, and that way it doesn't sink as quick. It's in the surface film.
I see a rogue stick caddis over there. Yeah.
There's a rogue sticky, another thin one. There's a stick caddis box with other stuff.
Wow.
This is I'll get to that in a sec. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yes. Oh yeah, pig wets. Yeah.
That's a dangerous box. That's a headache.
Yeah. What if that hits you on the head? That's a headache. Wow, you've got some big stuff in here. Oh, you've got some cone heads. I see. That's a
Been tricking yabby feeders on those. So a bit of an Argentinian box.
Yeah, because I know you do trips to Argentina.
Beetles. The more midge. They're like ice cream cone beaded midge. But
wow. And that's the first of the Orvis ones. These are also quite nice.
They are good, yeah. The only tip I give people is don't put flies as small as I have in there. I've just lost one then.
Yeah, you did lose one out the side. Yeah, I saw that.
Be great for dry flies.
Okay.
Mine get mixed up, but I'm
cool.
lazy. Then my favourite box. It's a good box, but
CNF Designs. Yeah.
Mayflies.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the spread. It's almost like you've tried every type of box out there.
I tried to, yeah. And then a couple of break and case.
So these are called possum emergers, is that right?
Possum emergers.
So I've heard really good things about them. I've
Great
never
fly.
caught a fish on it yet, but
The post, there's a loose one. The post you can see and helps float, but from underneath, what the fish can see looks just like a nymph, an emerging nymph.
okay.
And then a few, which I don't like bringing out, break in case of emergencies when there are on tiny things like cenids and things like that.
There's some really small. What is these?
Cenids.
These sort of 22s
Yeah,
or 24s?
between an 18 and a 20.
Okay.
And then another break in case of emergency. That's
Well, there's sort of crack in case of emergency.
yeah, it's when the fish are feeding on something small, I have to get to this box or those 2 boxes.
Right,
so.
right.
And then just check the water temp.
Yeah. Which was 16 yesterday, by the way, in the dam we were fishing.
Yeah, 17 water temp, I think it was, in shadow out of the boat.
But 14 when we arrived.
That's good. That's a good temp.
Oh yeah, and what about that liquid floating? What do you think of that?
I like it. Okay. It doesn't turn your flies. It doesn't change the colour of your flies.
Yeah.
But the best thing to do with that, if you had time, and if you're tying flies, is tie your flies at home, dunk them in that, sit them in a bit of foam, dry them out, put them in your fly box.
That's right. Now, I tried the Loon one of those. I didn't like it. It made my... Okay, you've also got the Loon one, okay?
So I use that a lot for indicators, because it doesn't matter if it changes.
Oh, it was more, I get it on my hands go white.
It'll be covered in, I haven't been fishing this morning, but yes.
Okay.
And then that, I do like it. It's good for CDC and things like that.
Yeah. Well, all the stuff by this high and dry is good. But I must say, I love all the Loon stuff as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Brand-wise, I don't really mind. It's just, just what I've got sent to me when I ordered. Oh, there's another box.
So you have completed the set now, the fish pond. Now you've got all boxes represented.
That is a really good box. That's one of my favourite boxes, that one. See, it's a bit they're loose but magnet too on the bottom. So
Yeah,
you
that's
don't lose your
impressive.
flies.
Yeah.
Again, messy. I haven't had time to clean it out, but yeah, it's more of a mayfly nymph box and damsel nymphs.
Everything at Fish Pond do is good. It's good
is
quality. And then I see you've got the tippet on the outside there on the Fish Pond, whatever they call that, the head.
That might be, is it? It's a Rio one. Actually.
Is it a Rio?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
yeah, well, actually, there you go.
Okay.
It is Fish Pond.
It's a Fish
Rio
Pond.
and Fish
Rio
Pond.
Fish Pond, okay. And I see you've got some Rio tippet there.
My favourite tippet, Rio Fluoroflex Plus.
Fluoroflex Plus or
Yeah,
Fluoroflex
so-
Strong, yeah.
So that's, at the moment on the lakes, 5x to 2x. I do have 1x in the car, and if I have to go to 6x, I might as well throw my flies on the ground and drive away.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Sling bag guy, and really happy with this choice. That's great. Thanks, Carl.
All good.
Ah. I saw his head come out and over my dry, and it was a good cast.
We want to go with.
Actually on a brown.
Yeah, I'll go this one. Mine. Do that one. This one.
Yeah, right. That was what I was fishing.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had a huge amount of success on the brown here. I think they like something that stands off it a little bit. Like, yeah, for some reason olive and chartreuse seems to be good. Black and chartreuse. But he's got one on olive and gold bead. So.
Okay.
Excellent. One more. They released it. Awesome.
Duck is
Well
broken. Happy days.
Cool job. Just be careful, it's very slippery.
Yep.
Last one, 9626.
I'm good. I can get out. I'm going to do my little spiel about my rod. There. What's this fly called?
That one is a Magoo.
Caught that absolutely beautiful, stunning 3-pound rainbow. And I'm fishing my Scotchy Series 9-foot for a 5 with a Ross Evolution R reel. My God, this is such a gorgeous reel. That's the one with the drag, the big drag knob. Beautiful. And fishing an SA MPX line. My God, this is a great combination. SA MPX, weight forward, 5 floating. Trout Hunter, 10 foot for a 2X leader to a micro swivel, and then I've got 3 feet of Trout Hunter 4X fluoro down below, and I caught it on a gold bead head. I think it's called a Magoo, quite a small size little streamer, and he followed it in on the previous one, and then he took it on the second. My fishing buddy for the day, Steve, has just caught a beauty. What is it, a rainbow? Yeah.
Rainbow, about
It's a good looking rainbow.
4.5 pounds.
Well done. Proud of you. Wow, we've had a count of 4.5 pounds. Oh yeah, it is a stunner.
You want to come down?
Yep.
Huge.
You got scales on those.
Oh, they've worn off from too many
Do
fish.
you want to put him in here? Because I really would like to.
Just unclip it.
There's a real problem with hornets, and they're ground based, these hornets. You can actually see them coming in and out of this nest here. I think they might be called yellow jackets. Look at them all coming out. Right, I'm going to get out of here. I've spent a lot of time, especially in South Africa, fishing lakes of this nature, lakes that you can walk around, because the two fly fishing clubs I was a member of in South Africa, the Underberg Heimville Fly Fishing Club and then one called the FFA, the Fly Fishing Association, both of them had their own lakes that you could fish. That was why you joined the clubs and paid the subs. So this whole week, this is my 4th day of fishing, but I've always felt very, very comfortable on these sort of medium-sized lakes that we've been fishing. Absolutely stunning. What a beautiful part of the country. I wonder what it would take to get Barb's to move down to Ballarat. Stunning place. Gotcha. You're having a amazing day. That's what I've heard. That's what the rumour is.
Rob, it's been very productive. 5 fish. I almost lost count.
5 fish. That's incredible. What's changed?
Oh, it was just time.
It was inevitable.
It was. Sorry?
The guide.
Oh, sorry.
It's the guide.
The guide was outstanding.
Perfect.
In fact, I'm paying him to spend more time with me this afternoon.
Oh, that's great. That's good. So guides can be bribed. You've heard it here first.
No, I think this guide he's just got pride.
Great, pride. They are the real deal, hey? The two brothers.
Aren't they?
How
Yeah.
privileged
Yeah.
are we to be able to fish with them this week?
Very.
Good. All right.
Just gonna-
Give it horns. Well done. Proud of you.
Mark, let's have a